me get in a character. Juggling. The first ever joke, so probably not really that funny. Like, yeah, not even a knock, you know, like.
How the chicken crossed the road, like, it lived a test of time. So, you know.
I mean, yeah.
It
definitely.
was a good joke at one point.
What else? Bells. Lots of bells.
Bells.
And then corpses. Poor
people.
Squalor. Cold body in the street. Anyway.
I got to call Matt's character homeless last session. I forgot about that.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Tyler, you're gonna have to edit out some baby screams.
No, don't. Add it in. This nightmare, scary.
Reverb, heighten them, echo.
So, you find yourself in the bathroom with Danny, and both of you were kind of investigating it. And I want you to give me a perception roll with advantage.
Ooh. Okay.
You can also do an investigation if you'd rather. Either works.
Both aren't the greatest. You said perception. Yeah, my highest is 6 + 2, 8.
8. Okay.
Not a great roll.
So, you think there's some kind of like... There's something with the handicap stall, but you think the issue is that it has to do with like the mirror and the handicap stall, but basically like the issue is like you think Danny's in the way. Like basically you think
brute.
The room has to be empty except for the person doing the trickery. So
I think I'd relay that information to
Brute.
him. Like I've got no basis for any of this or how this works, but I get the feeling that if there is something that happens, it can't have a witness, perhaps.
Okay.
It's a one-person deal, and so maybe you wait like 3 minutes. I try it again. And if I disappear or you hear something crazy happen, rush in. And then you relay this information to my partner, Danny, and the big wrestling fellow. Brute, yes.
Oh, yes. Also, I'm sorry. Brute was in here with you, not Danny. That's my fault.
Okay, well
Danny
then,
is
reverse
fucking off somewhere with Elizabeth.
Tell fucking Danny if I disappear or if something crazy happens, that you guys need to try to look for a way for you to both have the same thing happen. Like I
roll a perception.
Oh boy. Okay, let's
Just
try this again. Flat perception. You got it. Ooh, that's better. 15.
Someone is listening to you.
Oh fuck!
You don't know how, but you just have this sense in the back of your head that someone is hearing exactly what you're saying. And if you say any more, they're gonna.
I'd like to cast clairvoyance behind the mirror.
All right. That'll get rid of your other use of it.
Yeah, I did. I set one up by our rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because it is. I
think
you can only have
You're
one
right.
instance.
I vaguely remember this because I kind of listened to both episodes fairly recently.
Yes,
okay.
You have one set up upstairs in y'all.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
And
it's for hearing. Yeah, I remember.
Yes, and nothing. You haven't. It hasn't triggered since the that one couple went and banged in there.
I think
allegedly.
Then yeah, fuck it. I'll drop it then. I think the room will be like you know, if it was gonna be bugged, I personally think it would have already been bugged. That's why they're personally assigned in the ways they are. You know, yeah, I'll drop it, and I'm gonna drop a vision, clairvoyance behind the mirror.
Okay. So what is the language of clairvoyance in that, like, How does it? I thought it has to be somewhere that
that
you've like
it's
seen or
no.
like
That
been.
I'll go look at it exactly. I think it's like a place you can like envision yourself. It has a weird specifics behind the way it's
Yeah,
worded.
I need to know the language specifically because
Yeah.
I.
Oh, my eyeballs. There it is. Clairvoyance. You create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you, a place that you have visited or seen before. I could I could argue that I saw the edge of like there's obviously like something beyond that mirror. I don't necessarily know the spot exactly, but I can look at the
No,
front of.
so you went to look at the mirror and your
I
bird
thought
went
that's
to
where
look
I
at the.
felt the wind. That's where he felt the
No,
wind.
you went to go look at the mirror and you felt wind coming from behind you
Oh
towards the
fuck.
stalls.
Okay.
That's why you think it's something to do with the handicap stall.
Damn. All
Is
right.
because that's where the
Then I guess I won't cast it. Then that works. I think I
but
kind of.
you're being listened to right now.
Yes.
So
No.
you
I
can
know.
keep talking to Brute,
Mm-mm.
but they are going to whoever
I
they
think
are.
I think I silently put a hand up to my mouth at Brood and have the bird kind of hop up onto his shoulder and whisper, "They're listening," like as quietly as possible.
Before you can say that, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh shit! Wisdom save, you say? Not my strongest of. Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, 19 plus one.
Okay. Um, we gotta go look. I mean that's gonna pass. I just need to see
That's
what
okay.
happens. The language.
Mm.
Sorry, should have had
So
this
I'm
ready.
also making sure because we retcon not using clairvoyance at this point. The clairvoyance is still up near our room.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For at least I think it has a duration. What's the time on it? 10 minutes. So if 10 minutes have passed beyond that, then yeah, it's been gone. Did I save
Yeah.
wisdomically?
Okay. Yes. Yes. You're good. Uh, you know something very powerful was just cast on you.
Yes. Do I know the
Trying to
origin
stop
point at
you.
all?
No, you can't. You're not even sure what it was.
Jesus.
You just felt your whole body like kind of stiffen up, and then but not necessarily like that you were being paralyzed, but like just something was trying to.
Yeah.
Some kind of magical energy was
coming
hitting
onto
your
me.
body.
Yeah. Does Brute look like he's been affected? Pardon me.
No, it looks like it was triggered by you. Like you went to do this, and whoever's listening is probably seeing you also.
What
So
the
whenever
fuck?
they saw you go for that gesture, they pulled out a big gun.
No.
So you can try to do this, but if
I'm just gonna guide Brute out of the bathroom.
okay, and then are you going to go back in to investigate?
Yes, but I would like to stealth, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Big money, no whammy.
So this room is well lit.
14.
Okay.
I'm trying to slip back in, but make it seem like the door only closed the one time. It didn't reopen, kind of deal. Like,
Okay,
I'm not
what
trying
you
to be
doing?
fully hidden.
This is a bathroom. It's possible you're kind of limited on time here before
No, that's
someone
fine.
else comes in and messes up.
I'm gonna go sit at the stall like I would be going to the bathroom. Like, just do the regular gesture.
Okay.
Specifically the handicap stall.
Yes. Are you doing anything while you're in there? Are you just sitting? Did you just kind of sneak in and sit?
Yes. I think I might futz with the flusher or something to see if that triggers anything.
Okay.
Like just some like regular bathroom activity, I would assume would trigger something like that, or maybe even lifting the tank. I don't know, but I'll save that for a separate action if this doesn't do anything.
Okay. I need you to roll a perception with advantage because you're aware something finicky is in this stall.
Okay. Ooh, that was great. That's another dirty 20. And then you said advantage, so I'll roll one more time just in case I get. No, that's a natural one. So,
Okay.
no, that's a
So
7. My bad.
okay, so
So I got a dirty 20.
passing that perception is going to make it to where this check is flat rather than at disadvantage.
Okay.
I need you to make another wisdom save and I believe it's a constitution, but let me just check. Okay, so one's a constitution save, the other is a wisdom save.
Okay. So I got nothing for either of those things. So here we go. Wisdom save first. That's a 7.
Okay. All right.
And then Constitution save. Oh, that's a 17. Flat 17.
All right. 17 was the number you needed.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to tell you, you feel in an instant like the wall behind you, it didn't slide up. It just kind of stopped existing.
Mm-hmm.
Which you were not ready for, but thankfully you noticed it. And so as that happened, two like little grabbers, like mechanical grabbers, grabbed your shoulders, and each one cast a different spell on you. Like this is like an automated machine contraption.
Like one to knock you out and one to keep you still or something.
One was hold person. You failed that one.
Yep.
The other was blindness and deafness. You succeeded. So you're going to get to see what happens.
Oh, God.
And just so I kind of narratively, I would like you to roll. I'd like you to roll that wisdom until you hit a 17 and just tell me how many times that takes.
That's one fail,
okay.
Which I will let you know was a natural 1.
Okay.
And then I got a 17 right after that.
I'm sorry you told me that. I was literally about to say you have disadvantage on the next one because of the natural 1 from the previous one. But you've got one pass, so you've still got
14. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
So okay. All right. So the third round, you're busting out. All right. So I'm going to do a little narrating for you.
Okay.
This machine.
Is it taking me, but before we set that up, is it taking me through like a dark tunnel system as I'm being...
So it grabbed you. They both grabbed you by your shoulders and then mechanically drew you back into a very like a pitch black hallway, but not magically pitch black, just not well lit. As soon as you're on one side of the wall, and then as the wall starts to solidify, you see from behind that mirror, underneath the mirror, a little note slips out and falls to the ground in the bathroom.
Before it seals away. You don't know what it... Yeah.
As it's sealing, so...
I think as he's being pulled into the dark, like just narratively speaking,
yes.
As he's being pulled into the dark and was casting hold person and is in this like pitch black, like moving really fast, he kind of freaks out in that moment and in the dark casts Form of Dread.
Okay.
And you just hear the snapping of bones and like the gnashing of a beak as his shadow begins to elongate, as any type of light that might be coming into this passageway reveals his form changing into this horrifying, like corpse-like raven creature.
So as the wall solidifies again and the light is coming into this room, as you're getting dragged into the darkness, you just start transforming into a monster.
Into a terrifying bird.
A third party would think that you, like, that's the bad thing the machine does, is turn people into ghouls. Not realizing it grabbed you and you just decided to be a ghoul.
No, he panicked. No, he freaked out. He thought he was under attack. That was like a
you are under attack, to be clear.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it grabs you, and like I said, all of this is automated. So it's not, or at very least, it doesn't seem like anything conscious, but it's holding you on both of your shoulders, like gripping into your, like literally like grabbing, like, I don't know. I'm unclear of how alive your character is, but if you have blood to draw, it is drawing blood. That's how tightly.
Yeah, no, his bones are just probably creaking and cracking.
Yeah. Your little zombie bones are creaking and cracking.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you.
Oh no, his loot.
Down.
I hope it doesn't crush his loot.
No. It's literally like human-sized hands.
Okay.
That have grabbed both of your shoulders, but they're like made of hardened metal. I mean,
yeah, like those, like, yeah, I get you.
Yes, you can't. Obviously, you didn't get a chance to really see more before you ended up in a pitch black thing. Like, you can't see anything right now.
Yes.
There is no sources of light. You feel yourself being pulled back about 30 feet, and then you start to get lifted into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when the whole person, you were able to break out of the whole person.
Got you.
So you're suspended. You don't know how high.
Mm-hmm.
And you are still grappled by these two hands.
Yes.
But if you wanted to do something, you could do something. This whole time you could see and hear. You could see how this plays out, but I just wanted to let you.
Yeah. I'd like to.
At this point, you can try to do something.
Yeah. I'd like to, if my hands are free enough that I could escape this, the adjacent wall to this thing as it's going up, I'd like to hop over and clasp onto it using spider climb.
You can't. You're in a pitch black. You were pulled back 30
Oh, I thought
feet.
you said I could see some.
No. It is pitch black. You can't see shit.
Um,
You got pulled back 30 feet roughly, and that's the moment like the light fully went away, and then you start feeling yourself getting lifted off.
Yes.
You know you're suspended. You know you haven't been being lifted for very long, but you have no idea the dimensions of the room you're in. Like, yeah.
So, okay. Well, if I don't know that there's a wall nearby, I kind of have to hang on. I don't want to drop because I don't know quite how, like, if it'll be a straight shot when I land or if it's curved and I'll keep sliding into something else.
Okay. It is raising you and raising you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going up for, you're not sure how long. Like, a solid couple of minutes. It's just slowly bringing you up. You think it might be bringing you to the very top of this place.
Jesus.
And apparently and it's just, you still can't see. It's pitch black. And then all of a sudden, you are like, you stop, and there is a little trickle of light from the silhouette of like light from another room, like shining through like a cabinet door kind of thing.
So with that little sliver of light, would I be able to make out a wall adjoining the area from where I'm at?
So you can see you're actually now in a very closed, like not even a 5x5. Like, it's just big enough to hold you, and like the grabbers let you go, and you don't fall down. You like hit a floor.
Oh, okay.
Like, they lifted you up, and then the moment you came up, the floor sealed behind you, and now you're in a box. Is how, like, you can touch, like, it's less than like 3 feet. Like, it is.
I'm peeking through where the light's coming from, please.
All right. Give me a perception.
Alrighty.
Oh, and whenever you get to the top, you hear a very prominent ding.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 19.
Okay. This room is very well lit. It looks like a royal's room. But how much do you know about like royalty and like fancy furniture and stuff?
Yeah, like a canopy bed type of situation. Is it a bedroom or is it like a living area?
So it seems like a bedroom, but there's something peculiar about it, but I'm not sure roll a
Like a history?
yeah, if you want to do history, insight, whatever you feel like would be a good roll for you to basically like figure out like
Let's
there's
do
something
insight.
off about this room and its furniture.
16.
Okay. All the furniture's a little like all the furniture's too wide. Like the chairs aren't built for a person, they're built for like a large creature.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like all of that's you realize that is that's why it looks off. Is it looks like the normal fancy furniture, but like stretched out
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Okay. I'd like to Misty Step underneath the nearest piece of furniture in there.
You do so
Hell yeah.
because you can see it.
That's exactly why I looked, baby.
Yeah.
All right, let me go
No,
ahead and
that's
cast
good.
that.
So from the crack, the main things you can see is a bed and a desk, both of which are kind of like stretched long.
Mm-hmm.
And like a desk and a chair that's like stretched long.
Yeah, I want to like go and kind of get flush, like land flush behind the leg of the desk or chair, whatever.
Flush behind the leg.
Like kind of like Misty Step to behind like the like side of one of the legs of this.
Okay,
thing.
I see what you're saying. Yes, so there's the bed, which is like it's like a 10 by 10 bed, but that's just because so that it can. And then it's a canopy bed, like exactly what you thought.
Okay, so it is.
Then there's
up.
there's like a 5-foot gap, and then there's like this 5 by 10 desk. So there is a gap right there that you can, and they're both pushed up against the wall.
Yes, I want to get into whichever gap is closer. Either the gap for the bed you said is about 5 foot. I could get in there, no problem. Yep. I'll go for the bed instead.
Okay, all right. You are in between. I would like you to roll a perception.
Okay. It's a 7.
Okay, and then I'd also like you to roll a stealth.
Okay.
Assuming you're trying to like hide. Yeah.
That is a 12.
Okay. As far as you can tell, there's no one in this room. You don't hear any movement, and if you want to kind of peek out from your hiding spot, I can kind of describe the room a little bit more.
I think in this light now, you see like the gross feathers and like mangy like bird kind of scraggly, like the bird creatures from Elden Ring, the dead bird guys with the scythes. That's kind of what this form of dread looks like, just like a really gangly, horrifying bird skeleton thing. And I think you just see hands kind of creep out from under the bed, but not fully out, just kind of like looking. I'm trying to see. I thought I had something that let me sense whether or not I was around others of my kind of vibes. I don't know why I get the vibe of that.
Just like coming out into this room, the thing you immediately realize is that this is the very tip top of the hat. And you know that because this whole room is cone shaped. Like it's like it's one of those things where it's like an octagon, but that's more so it could have flat walls to like push furniture on and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then like it's like it goes cone, and then there's like a chandelier with like those blue flame, like the magic flame things, and that's what's illuminating the room. Mm-hmm. This room screams luxury, but everything is like pristine. Mm-hmm. Like it was just like it was just cleaned, like it was just like
moments ago.
Like, well, not just like a clean, like what's the like the vacuums that shoot water in, like I'm blanking,
like a rug doctor.
Yeah, like literally like this. It looks like this whole room was rug doctored moments ago. Like it is that level of clean.
Wow.
And everything's a little bit wet. And like, but not in like a gross, like damp, musky way. Like literally like very clean, but everything is slightly damp.
There's some sort of living Roomba in here that's been sucking all the dirt up, and it's gonna
You
kill me.
don't see any doors outside of that one door, and you actually see now that there's like two little lights above a large 5x5 doorway, like a
Mm.
metal like gate kind of thing. Like
Mhm.
actually, you know what? So, you know like old elevators where like they have
Yes.
like the little,
The
it
sliding
looks,
gate thing. Yeah.
yes, it is like that, except like in the middle, like basically it's broken up into two smaller ones, that where it seems like you have two rooms, but then those rooms can also come apart. Like
Mhm.
basically the room you were in looks like it was a part of a door of the elevator. Like you were basically put in the wall of an elevator. So it's
That's
like a weird
terrifying.
thing where it was like a cabinet and an elevator door,
Almost
but also the
like
cabinets were elevators as well.
a people dumbwaiter thing where it's sending them
Yes,
there
like it's
for a
a we
reason.
it's a very it's very cool, and like if you were an artificer, you'd actually be super
No,
hyped
it's
about
not.
it.
It's delivering random folks to fucking
But
God knows
yeah, it
where.
is both a dumbwaiter
Jabba the
and the
Hutt's
dumb.
bedroom.
It's got two different lights for like the dumb waiters,
Mhm.
and it's got like, and you're just looking at it, you can tell that it's also like you can turn both the things on, and then the dumb waiters like move to the side, and it's a door to like an actual old elevator.
Okay.
So it's
Um.
like both, it seems to be both where people are coming up and where whatever large thing that presumably lives up here goes down.
Yes, that's my word.
And there is no other entrance in here.
Oh boy. Okay.
No windows.
I think then I will stay under the bed, but hopping out from underneath the shadows, my little familiar will go and try to squeeze through one of the other room gates you described,
Okay.
like an
Uh,
adjoining room, and like do a peek see.
so
Oh, and
your
when I'm in form of dread, the bird has my face now. It has a human face.
God,
Or
that's fucking
yeah, it's fucked up. It's really really fucked up. Happy Halloween.
um. Okay. So I would like a perception from your bird
Okay.
or an investigation, whichever.
I gotta see what this damn raven would get a plus in. Here we go. That's a natural 20 plus 1. I was just about to talk shit about you, digital dice.
Your bird very wisely chooses, like it can see there is more. This room is dangerous. It can't figure out exactly why, but it can tell this room is dangerous.
Okay.
Like it's one of those things where it's like animal instinct. It's like, I need to not go across the middle of this room. So it kind of hugs the side of the wall from the bed over to the dumbwaiter
Mm-hmm.
slash the dumbwaiter slash elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And it immediately, like, it's no go. It's, there is, this is only going to get open by either blasting it open
Mm.
with a lot of force or figuring out how to like activate this system.
Okay.
And you're looking
through
around
his
and like there's like, this is a very like think royalty, but also there are like switches and other stuff here.
Mhm.
So like there is some arcanotech in this
Yeah.
room as well.
Is there like not to be cliche, but is there something like a bookshelf or like a piano, like something of that nature within this room that we're in from where I can see?
So where you're at now, there's a bed, there's a desk, and then there is an area that's, it's hard for me to describe in that it's just like a section of the room has a bunch of just tubes that all go around this 5-foot area and like stop. But it almost feels like something stands in the middle, and then they can do something from there. Like it's some kind of, but like it's so far away from anything you understand. Like
right. So
you
what I
do
want to do
see
first, just drop the form of dread. So a bunch of black feathers.
there seems to be buttons and stuff and switches on the desk itself, which you're right next to.
That's what I was figuring. I'm gonna drop the form of dread while I'm still under the bed, just in case something saw me go under the bed as the form of dread. And with my racial ability, I'm gonna cast disguise self, and I'm gonna be Master Giovanni. And I'm gonna slip from under the bed and kind of dust myself off, and walk over to the desk.
Okay. You turned yourself into Master Giovanni. You took a step out from your hiding spot, and then like kind of you have to go up and around to like walk. And as soon as you step into the middle of the room, where there was kind of just like it was just kind of carpet, like, or like not carpet, like a fur rug or whatever. You weren't really focused on it. You immediately lose all your momentum. You can't breathe, and you take 10 acid damage.
What the fuck? Okay.
And you're like, it feels like.
Am I in a fucking cube? I'm in a cube.
You are in a gelatinous cube.
I knew it.
It seems there was a gelatinous cube perfectly in the center. Yes, we're gonna roll initiative.
And just as I was about to drop, well, great, and a natural 1. This is going good for me. It's going real good.
Okay.
I got a 4.
All right. It's 13 plus some stuff.
Yes.
Even though it is a gelatinous cube, it's not exactly
it got the drop
dexterous.
on me though, so this kind of fits.
So
no one suspects the cube in the middle of the room. I knew as soon as you said that. I was like, oh my god, is that what I think it is?
All right, so you're already inside of it. So yeah, you're already engulfed by it. So you're actually going to be taking 66 acid damage now at the beginning of its turn. Like it's not even going to be taking its turn. That's not a D6. That's a D20.
You take 26 acid damage.
That is 25 acid damage.
Jesus Christ.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
How you starting to like? Is meat starting to come off the bone?
Oh yeah, no. His nice outfit has now stripped away to like the leather armor he wears underneath, and you're starting to see some skeleton, starting to see some bones.
So, as you start to feel yourself being digested by this gelatinous cube, you hear like the gelatinous cube is negatively reacting. And as you hear that, you hear a click from the desk. There's a hole in the floor that wasn't there, and it just kind of opened up, and it's a little circular hole. And you
can I Misty step away before this? Because I was going to do that.
This is
just during his turn. God damn.
This is all because you took the damage at the beginning of its turn. You were ejected down a pitch black slide, basically. So you're sliding for a couple of seconds, so you can do something if you want. It literally feels like a slide like from when you were a kid and you'd go down a slide, except it's pitch black. You can do something. You can try to stop yourself if you want. You can just ride it
I thought I
down.
was inside the cube. I don't know. I mean,
You were
I'd
inside
like.
the cube, and then this cube spit you. Like, I don't. It's weird to say a cube spit you,
Yeah,
but it
I
launched
mean,
you
I don't know.
down.
I'll feather fall. That's all I can do.
Uh, you can. You don't have to. You're sliding. You're not
Yeah,
falling. You're
but
sliding.
I really, because I can't see how to get back in that room because the cube's blocking the hole.
Oh, as soon as you went down, it shut behind you.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. Um, Damn. Yeah, I
And it
don't
is just
know.
like you're going down like this sloped slide, and it's starting to flatten out, and you're starting to go forward, forward, and then
Yeah. I got
you're
nothing.
gonna slam.
Mm.
You're not gonna take too much damage. Hopefully this isn't too well. I rolled very high. 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm not unconscious.
You're unconscious?
Yep.
Okay. So all of that was pitch black. I would like you to now, very important. Did you get exactly 0?
No, I got over by 2.
Okay. I would like you to roll death saves.
That's a fail. I rolled 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead. Roll again.
Jesus, that's a 2. Another failure.
Okay. Roll one more.
It's an 18, so that's a success.
Okay. 2 failures, 1 success.
That's a 19, so it's another success. Oh
That's
my
2 failures,
fucking
2
god!
success.
I
It
am
all comes
like,
down to this, boy.
It's a 14. I succeeded. Okay, that was horrifying.
You felt your life fading away, and your just undying refusal, especially not to go out like this. What the fuck just happened? Like, what the fuck just happened? Did a gelatinous cube almost fucking instant kill you? What the fuck? You wake up after you're not sure how much time has passed.
Oh boy.
You open your eyes. You're at 1 health,
Mm-hmm.
covered in
Slime,
rot, slime,
acid.
a little bit. Well, the slime is acid, so a little bit of
Oh,
acid.
boy.
But
Jesus.
at this point, it's actually kind of like it's mostly just gross, not really damaging. It is
The only semblance of his clown uniform that's left is like a ruffled sleeve and the hat but the bells have burned away.
It is pitch black in wherever you're at. Do you have any kind of light source or anything?
Let's find out together. Other than an Eldritch Blast, I'll have to say no. I might have a torch in my inventory, actually. Hold on. Let's look.
You should have a torch in your inventory.
I'm working on it. You know what I've got? Because it's literally what I have. One of the sleepy time candles on that little silver tray that the guy with
I love it.
That's what he pulls out and he lights with like a
You
match
wake
from under
up-
his hat. And I'm just
You wake
holding my
up
little
after
sleepy time.
getting knocked out for who knows how long with a fucking Scrooge ass candle.
Yes, exactly correct.
Like,
holding it with
and
these 2 fingers and just like kind of looking about to see, just trying to catch his bearings, looking for Chauncey, I believe my raven's name is.
Chauncey died.
Oh.
Because Chauncey was either it disappeared whenever you lost consciousness, or if it even touched that cube, it would have instantly died.
I think.
So you can summon it. I'm just going to describe. You immediately look around and you see that you were dropped from the top, and you're now realizing you were sent down a garbage chute, basically.
Oh fuck! Yep.
Except garbage isn't the right word. You're in a pile of body, like decayed body parts.
Okay, good.
Just rotting, There are mice crawling everywhere. It is pitch black outside of your candle. You are at the bottom of this pile, and the pile is... It's kind of like you're kind of in like a bowl of corpses, basically, around this. Like the chute knocked you into the pile, and you rolled down the side of it.
I think he instinctively just looks for the corpses with the least like rotted away clothing and starts to patch together a new outfit.
There's bones
Oh.
and melted flesh connecting bone.
Oh boy, so no clothes.
Like,
okay.
These are all thoroughly digested.
Yeah, no. Then
presumably by the gelatinous cube.
No, he'll just tear his tattered old party clothes off and just be in his leathers. And you can now see his body now. Like, his leathers is like a kind of cropped leather thing, and his rib cage cavity is kind of exposed. That's where he stores a lot of his stuff. Fully padded arms and legs, though. Like, he looks like a bandit when he's not wearing his stuff. Like, he looks like a scoundrel. Like, if you didn't know it was Jingle Janghoul. Patchy, kind of pale blonde hair, milky white eyes, and like no facial hair or anything like that. Just very like kind of mottled off-white gray skin.
Okay. So you're currently sitting with the candle kind of in your corpse.
Yeah, he looks like he's a part of the pile, honestly.
No, yeah. You can tell that this room is bigger, and like there's more room on the other side of this little corpse of this like 10-foot tall corpse pile. It seems to be about like a 15-foot high room. It's all metal. And like it seems kind of like a basement in like just design, as far as like it's cement and then cement walls, and then the roof is a thick piece of metal, it looks like. But you can tell that like there's more room. Like, this is the beginning of a room that it doesn't seem like it's going to be much bigger, but you can tell there's more room looking, but you're going to have to climb over the gross melting corpse pile.
Well, because I feel honestly safe beyond like not seeing any mechanisms to grind this corpse pile anytime soon.
No,
I'd like to take a short rest.
You absolutely can.
Yeah. Cool.
I
catch his bearings real quick.
I would suggest, just for like a more of a safety thing, you probably do want to get a little bit out of the way of the corpse chute.
Yes,
because like if another corpse comes down, it's gonna.
I would go and lean up against the giant 10-foot pile. And I know it seems like I'm like kind of shrugging it off or whatever, but within my character's backstory stuff, he has no like. He doesn't see death like everybody else does. He's not very fearful of it because he already died.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of like,
okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to just take a quick breather. It's fine.
You've been in here for... You're not sure because you passed out, but then when you woke up...
What's a short rest, you know? Like 4 hours?
It's like an hour, but it's fine. So like 30 minutes to an hour. But anyway, you're just fucking an amount of time.
I blacked out for enough time. The
interesting thing is, during that time, 3 new partially digested corpses came down that slide.
Ooh, could I check those 3 newer corpses to see if I recognize them?
You very much so can.
Okay, would that be a investigation?
So,
or medicine? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
First, I'd like you to roll a D20. Let's just call it luck check. Because this is going to be... Because there's a lot of people here. Right. So I think if you get...
I'm not adding anything to that. Just a straight D20.
No, just a straight.
That's a 13.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad.
Okay. Now that with that, I've decided who is in there, and now I'll let you investigate.
Okay.
It is going to be hard because these are pretty digested people.
Mm-hmm. That's a 1.
Nice.
So 2 total. I know it doesn't matter, but
No. So yeah, these 3 are just the corpses are. Well, actually, you know what? 3 bodies, 3 chances. I'll let you roll. The first one, no fucking idea.
They're too far gone. I get it. Second
Yeah, they are very melty.
Second roll, same thing, because I rolled a 2.
Nice. All right, second one, no.
Right, third one. I rolled another 1. So
They're real melty. They are real melty.
I should have gave myself bardic inspiration or something. I don't know.
You fucking yeah.
Oh,
that is some hot rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check something real quick. 1 second. Just looking. You continue to describe. Weave, Page Master.
Mm-hmm. So as you are examining these bodies, you actually hear a little bit of like, you hear movement, but not robotic, because a lot of the movement that you've been dealing with has been like, it's like this place is like semi-automated or whatever, or at least from that one like claw encounter you had, because that was just a robotic claw thing. But this is, you can hear footsteps. Like,
are they above me, below me, in the same room?
So they're on the other side of that hill, that mound of bodies that is kind of splitting this room in two.
Okay.
But it's not like it's right on the other side. It sounds like there's more to this place on the other side of the mound of bodies.
No, I get you. I think I would like to cast non-detection.
Beautiful.
For the duration that I can hide a target that I touch, I'll touch myself. It doesn't say I can't. 10 feet in any dimension, I make no noise. So 10 feet from myself, like outward, I make no noise. For 8 hours. Ooh.
Got it. Yeah.
So
is that a concentration?
Touch. 1 action. No, it's just an action. It doesn't say there's a concentration.
Oh, in that case, you actually don't have to cast it.
Oh.
Because if it lasts 8 hours...
yeah.
You cast it, like, what was it, like around 10 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I'm going to say you have it for like another hour or so. That might not be perfect time-wise, but...
That's around...
You cast it previously and they fucking cheated.
I feel like you said it's around like 4 or 5 o'clock right about now. Anyway, like give or take, since I've passed out.
Well, it's later, but that's fine. I'm not super worried about it. It's
well,
you cast it earlier.
I'm cool with having 1 hour left. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Then I'll stealth my way around the body to try to see if I can't make out where the footsteps are coming from.
Roll a stealth with advantage.
All
right. Because you basically just have to worry about keeping yourself visibly hidden because you're not making sound.
Gotcha. Okay, the first one was a 13, second one was a 16 plus 3, 19.
All right, you're good. You are Gucci. Okay, so you climb up onto this like acidy. It's not like so I will say the 3 fresh bodies were like dangerous to touch because the acid was like fresh, sizzling. Mm-hmm. The mound, like, it's acid, but like it's one of those things where it's mostly just kind of goopy and like it's
it's like fermenting, like over time. It's slowly.
Yeah, like it's not like harmful anymore, but it is still gross. Like you can tell this flesh was melted. Like it's decomposition plus melty acid, so it's just extra gross.
It's like a stomach. No, I get it.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you skloop up the hill. Luckily, it doesn't make any sklooping noises. And you peek over, and you see 2 of the groundskeeper guys, and they are. This room is decently big. It's actually like, I think I said it was like 20 foot wide, but it's at least 40 foot deep. So it's a pretty deep room. This whole like area is almost completely filled with corpses. Like there's a lot of fucking dead matter in here.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like they're like shuffling the bodies into something?
So they are literally like shoveling and grabbing pieces of dead matter, throwing it into a wheelbarrow, and they're now like going back. Obviously, they're not communicating because they don't need to.
Is there another wheelbarrow lying about near where they are?
Let me think.
Like, would there be like some tool, like an extra set of tools, maybe?
There might be an extra set of tools, but from where you're at, you just kind of heard them approach with the wheelbarrow, heard them slooping around with the stuff, filling it up, like they're not trying to be quiet. And then you hear them walking, but like it doesn't seem like they're necessarily walking. You hear them walking for a minute, and then you hear the sound of a door open and then close. Mm-hmm. But like none of that sounds terribly far away. Okay. So they came to the entrance of this room from a different room, grabbed bodies, then went back into that room. You heard them leave through a door, but like, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to summon my Raven familiar.
Beautiful.
And while still kind of hanging off the edge, maybe like I tuck myself into like a corpse cranny, and I open up.
There are so many corpse crannies. You don't even know.
I open up my leather armor, exposing my like chest, and my Raven pops out. And I'd like to send my Raven down that little corridor that they've been wandering down. To see what's down that hall.
Perfect. So you send your Raven out, and doesn't actually need to make a stealth check because there's no one to see. So this room has like a 5x5 door, and that's like where they like, but it's a doorway, not like an actual physical door. Into this like little circular room. There's a ladder on the far side that's going up, and then there's like a table feels like like the wrong kind of word.
Oh no.
It is
like a countertop.
So there's a circular countertop
meat desk
in the room, but like it's covered in guts and meat, tools, and like it's like the kind of thing where like it looks like they were like, oh, I want just this eyeball, and so like there's a fucking skull that's like ripped open so they could grab an eyeball. Like they didn't go here, but all the viscera on this table is actually some of the most it's some of the best condition. In terms of like, obviously it's still a little melty, but it's like, it's body parts that are actually fairly pristine. And like, there are random pieces like hands that don't have any fingernails, like they were ripped out. And like that kind of thing where like, basically it seems like they were taking the best quality pieces from this relatively higher quality. So it is just guts and grossness on the table. And there's like, it's one of those things where like, there's a lot of blood stain. Like it's not, you're not getting these stains out. And then there is a door that is the door that they left out to the left from like that table.
But they shut it when they leave that room.
Yeah, they shut it as they left. What is your Raven's? Well, go ahead and give me a perception with your Raven's perception.
Okay, let's see. Perception, you say? Oh boy, I don't think it's very good because he's a dumb old bird. Oh wait, no, it's +1, I believe. Okay, yeah. All right, perception. Let's roll them bones. Natural 20.
Hell yeah. Okay. You can hear the two groundskeepers, uh, they are in the other room. Judging by like the sound and stuff, it doesn't seem like it's a big room. It just seems like it's kind of like a side room. And they are they're taking like the debris viscera that they grabbed from the big melty heap, and they're throwing it onto something that's like going like pang, and like it sounds like they're just like kind of feeding a machine with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actively working. It probably won't take them too long because it was just one like shovelful.
Okay.
So but you probably have like, it probably took them like a minute or two to like get that first load. Do you imagine unloading would take about as long?
Yeah. Would another stealth check get me to that room that is open with the desk?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I assumed you were already flying around in that room. Because that room is like, it's a separate room, but it's not like... No.
So what I'm saying, while I have my Raven looking in that area, kind of like perched up, maybe he leaves that room and is kind of on like the nearest sort of high vantage point. And then Janghoul himself would like to sneak into that open room.
Oh, yes. So you actually, I'm not even going to make you roll a stealth, specifically because the only way you could get caught right now is through sound.
Yes.
But you don't make sound right now. So the only way, basically like the only way you'll have to roll a stealth is if they open the door, and then I'll have you roll a stealth to see if you can hide quick enough.
Yes. Okay. So while I'm in there, can I search the desk? To see if I can see and make out anything.
Yes.
I kind of have an idea of what this means and what you described.
I think less desk and more like a kitchen countertop. So like there are drawers, but it's like just top, like it's drawers like you have.
I know we're describing it as kitchen countertop. Could it also be described? And this is Kyle asking again. Janghoul doesn't quite have what Kyle's assuming. Like a workstation for like someone who might sew.
Oh, it's super. So, okay. So that's an important clarifier though. Not a sewing workstation.
Okay.
This is specifically
but it is
just
a workstation.
Yes, it's a workstation. If you open the drawers and stuff, which you can totally do, there's no like risk in it.
Yeah,
there's just all kinds of tools for extracting body parts. And it's like they're like super specific tools. Like this is the tooth puller thing. So like there's a lot of very specific tools. Like they have put a lot of effort into being able to extract different body parts without causing any damage to the thing they're extracting.
Yeah. Okay. So second/third-ish question. Now that I am in this room, do I A, see another door, and B, do I see any other like station like that might denote perhaps like a operating room or like a torture chamber, maybe these are the ones who didn't survive and someone,
So this room is circular. It is notable. I think you would find this notable is the fact that there's a ladder at the north side, or I guess not north side, but
the far facing wall.
The far off, there's a ladder. Behind you was the room of bodies. To the left of you is like the thing where they're throwing bodies into some kind of metal machine of some kind. There's nothing to the right. The right is like smooth, and it's like a circular wall, and it's that same like marble that you saw whenever you were first pulled in. It's the same kind of marble as like the bathroom. It's just it's not the same degree of clean. In fact, I would say it's the opposite.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a public bathroom.
Yeah, it is. If people pooped their own guts, that's what this. Yeah, like all the brick is like stained dark, gross brown red. Like it is, and it doesn't smell great. But that's just not even. Yeah.
I guess I'll do a quick glance with my Raven to see if those guys are still coming.
So I think it probably would have taken you about a minute of like, I'll say they have stopped and it sounds like they're rolling back
Okay.
with the wheelbarrow, but you do have time to hide. So like you're
Yes,
not
no.
getting caught off
So
guard.
that ladder, does it lead to a sealed hatch or something? Am I
It
able to?
it it is it leads up and you can see the hatch.
Okay.
Like it's not, this room is only like 10, 15 feet high.
Then I will hide for a bit until I hear them do their next cycle of bodies, and
Okay.
then I would like to try to climb the ladder. I'm calling the raven
So
also back into my
so
chest.
so not I don't want to like tell you how to hide. The only way I can see you being able to hide is basically like, because they're going like from that left room down, you can kind of like stay opposite of them if you like crawl behind the circular table that like
Yeah,
behind that circular table
I'll do
top.
that, and then like
Yeah.
as an action. I mean, I don't necessarily think. Let me see if I have a disguise kit before I do this, because like I'm already kind of filthy from where. Yeah, I do have a disguise kit, so I'm just gonna really zhuzh up my body to look more like a corpse maybe got left over there they're gonna be messing with, because I do look like I'm in pristine
Okay.
condition from healing. So it's like
Yeah.
maybe somebody was coming to do some work with this thing or something, and just
Yeah.
hiding back there, but also like really hamming up the blood. Like I'm just smearing the blood that's already on me around. I'm not really using anything from the disguise kit itself beyond like maybe some like cloth or something. And then
Yeah.
I'll hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage because you've got a lot going in your favor here.
Okay. Ooh, that's great. Let's see the second one. Yeah, that's 21. 18 plus 3.
Actually, they're not actively looking, so I shouldn't even be rolling. I should just go off their passives.
Or
What
the
did you?
last roll. Either way, I got a 21.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
whoops. I
it's
rolled sleight of hand by accident. My bad. Let me reroll.
oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm using natural 20. I'm cool.
Okay, yeah, you're good. They're not actively searching, so it just goes off their passive, so you're good. You would have to really fuck up basically.
Yeah, this digital dice
So
stuff's taking a little bit to get used to.
they don't notice you, and you can kind of like see they do the exact same thing they just did. They fill up the thing. It's a very gross combination of like they have a shovel like for digging, and so like sometimes they'll pick up like a chunk of leg and pop it in, but sometimes they'll just fucking
Get a scoop,
they'll just get a scoop and like step and like
I
really get a
assumed one of
nice
them might
scoop of
have a
gut.
pitchfork as well, because that's definitely like totally par for the course. Like just chunk and then pick up the whole torso. You know.
You
Like
know what?
Because those dudes
Yes.
are like you painted such a vivid picture the first time I encountered these dudes. So I think as much as Janghoul is like cool with the corpses, these weird puppet men fucking scare him. So like that natural,
and they're using all their garden tools. Like they're just using the garden tools they had earlier.
Yeah, hey, it's fertilizer. It's fertilizer. Oh my god!
You hope that's what it is.
I just realized, like Kyle, that the machine is probably making the fucking corpses into mulch. That's
a big garden. It's a big garden.
No, hey, listen, you painted
but that's
a spooky picture.
Yeah. So, and just because I did almost kill you, I will just highlight. That's what they're doing with the low quality parts.
No, Jeremy, I've been piecing. Kyle has
Yeah,
been piecing
you're good.
stuff together.
Okay.
Janghoul, I think to play in character, he's just a bit shaken by the whole thing, just because like he knew from Jump Street that this was like this all stank to high heaven, but he didn't know how brutal it was, and so like he definitely had so many of those little finger sandwiches, dude. But that's that's the least of his worries. Oh, we're eating human. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the fact that there's this many dying under the noses of like well-to-do people at this party just trying to show up. It's so crazy. Okay. But once they've gone back to their grim work, I will head for the ladder up to that hatch and try to I'll check. I don't know how that works in this game ever, honestly. I hear people say it all the time. I'd like to check for traps. Can you do that with no magic or no? Okay.
Yeah. You can just check. You can like see like, so obviously you wouldn't necessarily like with magical traps. It would be like you'd see a rune kind of thing. And then like physical
Yeah.
traps, you'll just see a wire.
Would that be just a dex
Perception. Or no, sorry, investigation.
investigation for trap? Okay.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Perception. Because you don't know if there's a trap. Perception is to find stuff. Investigation is to like understand stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
That is a 17.
Okay.
It's 15 plus 2.
And where were you looking for traps specifically? Just the ladder?
Like no. Up at the I now that you say that, I'm terrified to admit.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, straight up just climb the ladder and is at the hatch and specifically looking before he tries the hatch to see if it's got any.
So this is interesting. So there's no trap. I'll tell you that. The thing I'm trying to figure out is, does the non-detection make it whenever you interact with stuff, that stuff doesn't make a noise?
Yeah, well, it's a 10-foot, I think, radius around me. So, like, if you want to look at it as a bubble, I'm technically not through the threshold, but I'm up on the doorknob.
The thing I was trying to figure out is, I don't have a lot of experience with this spell. I'm totally fine with this being how it works, but basically, the hatch is like a wheel hatch that you have to like turn.
Yes.
And normally that would be creaky and loud, but because you have this non-detection, if this spell works the way I think it does, it won't make the normal creaky sound it would make because you're just kind of. So like, but
it doesn't necessarily say it stops the noise. I'm rereading it, so.
So what is the wording exactly?
It says that I can't be perceived through divination or magic scrying sensory, and no creatures that are not with target with the willing creature in place of an object. No, or an object no larger than 10 feet in dimension. So it doesn't give me like an actual radius or whatever. So technically, if I'm fucking with something and I did a bad roll, they would hear it. So
so then go ahead and with your high perception, you see that this thing is rusty and it will make a loud squeaky noise.
Okay.
I'd also like you to roll a history.
Okay. Let's see.
Or actually, just roll a straight intelligence check.
Okay. Not my strong suit, but here. All right, that's a 3. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. No. So there was just there's a connection you could have made.
Because I said it and I didn't do it for that. I'm doing it now for the future me. He's going to still himself and cast Bardic Inspiration on himself.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there was a connection you could have made. You as a person still can, and you can have Jingle Janghoul make it. But I was going to make a connection for you, but you're good. Okay. So now we're doing this. Now we're doing this hatch.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure.
Sleight of hand.
What I'm going to do
okay,
is before I do the actual thing, because I know it's going to make noise regardless. I can't stop whoever's on the other side from hearing it, but I can potentially stop my ass from being caught by the dudes moving bodies.
So I will say, because of the fact that they're in a different room, if you roll a high enough sleight of hand, you can basically turn. I'll say you'll be able. It is physically possible for you to turn this quietly enough that they won't hear. Okay.
Well, then I guess fuck it. I'll do this, and then I have a potential plan if something were to go awry and I start to hear like any.
I'm totally fine with you setting up a backup plan. I think what I'll do
is like I'll send the Raven down by the table, not fully out of that room, to kind of keep ears out. And I'm going to go ahead now and try the sleight of hand.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Okay, time to use that Bardic Inspiration. Because I don't know that this is good. So far, I have a 9, but I get to roll a D8. Please, God. 11?
It's all right. So as you are going, it's very quiet. At one point, you hear them stop,
And I also stop. Like,
and then for about 30 seconds, it's just dead silent, and then they go back to their work.
scream.
And then you're able to open the door, open the hatch, and you get it, and you can look out into the room, and I'll tell you that, and then you can decide what you want to do from there.
What I will do is, now that I hear them working again, call the Raven back to me and kind of poke him through and have him hop around on the floor and see what he sees through his eyes.
You are looking inside of one of the little garden sheds.
Okay.
Which, one of the reasons you know that is because you fell into one earlier, and it looks like that. It's not the same one because you don't see the sky, but...
Perfect. As soon as I notice that that's what it is, I'm not even looking for whether or not there's another soul hiding in there or whatever. I'm just going to book it up through there.
Yep. Okay. You're in this room. It is just filled with tools and everything.
Okay.
Like just normal garden tools.
Are there any slots that I could see outside with through this shed?
There's a gap around like kind of the frame of the door that you could look through.
Okay. So a couple things are going to happen while I'm in the shed. I'm going to kind of clean some of the filth off myself. And then I am going to shape change.
Okay.
It's one of my challenges.
Oh, I will say in this room, there is while there are tools, there aren't like clothes.
No, that's okay. I know, and my clothes don't change. I've read the thing too.
All good.
I am changing from because I told you after everything happening,
you were looking corpsey. Yeah,
his emaciated, like true Jingle Janghoul self. So he is going to don his like more pale, fair skinned self. Put the wooden mask back on. And I don't have any of my clothes with me. They're back in my room. So he just is in his leathers, and I am going to blink out of the shed.
Okay. You blink out.
Or not blink, I'm sorry, Misty Step.
Okay. You Misty Step out, and you are in the garden. It looks like you're in the summer section, which is actually like there's like literally this area was vacant earlier because it's winter, so like literally this is the most like dead, but it's actually very close to the house. Like it's one of the last sheds before the house, so like which makes sense considering you went down a slide from the house.
Okay, cool.
But so you're probably like 100 feet from the mansion itself.
Yeah, I think I will then, after having gotten out of there pretty successfully, I will cast message.
Okay, so I just realized, so at this point I believe it is 7 p.m.
My non-detection's gone now.
So, well, that might be the case. The dinner was just announced that it was getting served. You wouldn't know that, but that was kind of timeline-wise for the viewers. He has emerged when dinner was just served.
Did I miss I haven't missed my entertainment yet. No, that's at 8 something.
Oh, actually, no, because the fact you took like a short rest, I'll actually say, in order for time to make sense, it's actually like 40 minutes into like the dinner.
Okay, cool.
If that makes sense.
No, that works. That totally makes sense. I would like to, and I don't know how you want to play this out game wise, but I'm casting message, and I want to message. What was Matt's character? Donnie Trovo, I believe.
So what is the range of message? Isn't it like 120 feet? I thought.
Oh yes. If I'm not close enough, I'll get closer.
Okay, So it is dark. It's like getting late evening.
Ooh, my element.
Um, I would like you to a make a this is just because this is amusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Make a Constitution check.
Hell yeah. Constitution. My strong suit. I got +0. Here we go. Hat. That's a 15. 515.
So I'm gonna get so much sass for this.
What?
You get a gut feeling that you need to hide right fucking now.
Oh, absolutely, and I will. And I'm gonna.
So you start walking towards the building. You don't get very far before like just something in your gut is like hide,
Yep.
hide.
That's fine. Yep, and I just duck down.
Duck down
under some
into
like withered shrubbery. Some of the stuff of the garden that's like dying off.
So I would now like you, or actually, so you got this gut feeling. You missed something just now, and thankfully, it seems whatever it was, it feels like it missed you too.
Okay.
But what do you want to do now? You're hiding behind some withered shrubbery.
You said I was moving as this was happening. Did I make it any closer?
You went from the shed, you started walking, and then like within walking 10 feet down the path towards the building, you just had something that was like, hide.
No, I've got to, even if, you know what, how many spell slots do I have? Because I did just, I'm big balling. I didn't do too much. Okay, I'm going to Misty Step again for my thing, the full 30 feet ahead of myself.
Okay. So you're still, let me think.
And
so
the Misty Step, I never described it. It looks like a bunch of like feathers, like black feathers every time. Like, poof, like think Nightcrawler, but with more feathers.
Beautiful. I forget the exact size I made the patio and everything. So I'll say like with your Misty Step, you are now at the precipice where like, if you remember correctly, the garden has like it kind of stops. There's like 30 feet of grass, and then there's like a pavilion area, and then there's the house.
Because this was a thing that happened way back when. He is making sure the Misty Step lands him on the paths and not in the grass or on the gardens themselves.
Yes, but presumably you felt like something could have spotted you earlier. So I'm assuming you're like on the path, but like behind something.
Yes,
like
always
obscure.
Looking for like shrubbery or like some sort of like fencing that he can hide behind.
So what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. So the lights of like, because this mansion, the whole first like floor has like these huge floor to ceiling windows. Like there's so much light coming through. It's getting pretty dark, but you like didn't see, because you haven't been like looking, but there's something off with the pavilion area.
Like the area I was in earlier whenever I stepped on the grass.
So you actually never made it to that area because there's pavilion around the building.
Yeah, like,
and then there's 30 foot of grass, and then there's that. Your bird flew over the grass onto the pavilion, but there's something it's hard to focus.
Could I make an active perception check?
Yes. But
okay.
Yeah, there was something off.
15. 13 plus 5, 2. 15.
So as low as that is, it's actually more than enough to see, because they're not hiding from the outside. They're hiding from the inside view. all around the windows and doors that would lead out to the pavilion, hundreds of motionless servants just standing idle. There are on the chairs and like different little things, they are laying flat so that from the windows, the pavilion looks empty. But from this side, you can see. You were wondering like where this is a fraction of the servants I saw before. They're hidden all over, all the way around. There's 50 plus just in this little section that you're in front of. Because like, as I said earlier, there's like hundreds of these servants. Okay. None of them are moving. They're all completely motionless. They look like they're powered down, basically, for lack of a better word. Like,
I don't trust that as far as I can throw that, because if I bump into one of them, they're all They are all hidden from the inside of the manor. I need to get close enough to the manor to be able to like do this 120 feet shit. I do not want to touch any of them.
So the other issue you're running into is the section you're looking into is like, because let's see, you are on the opposite side of the, if I remember correctly, the winter section was to the right of the driveway. So winter, spring, summer, fall. The winter section is so like you're like 60 feet from the building now, but you're looking into you're actually looking into, you're looking into the kitchen because Perfect. that's the room that lines up. So you're looking into the kitchen. You can see a lot of, there's hustle and bustle, but it's much more died down than it was. Obviously, everyone's already kind of eaten. Mm-hmm. It's gotten to the point in the night that like, you as just a person would guess like they're probably like doing desserts now. Mm-hmm. But like you can't see that. That's just kind of your understanding that dinner started at 7.
Yeah, no, I'm just okay. I would like to get up against the wall underneath the window of the kitchen, but not like, you know what I mean? Because you said they were kind of raised a bit, those rooms.
Yes.
I'd like to, not climbing or anything. I mean, if there's a fence, obviously I have to climb, but I need to get up against that wall so I can start making my way around the building towards closer to the dining room. I don't know.
So are you staying in the maze walking around, or are you going to the building? Because the building, it's grass, then pavilion, and the whole pavilion all the way around is covered in these dormant servants.
Yes. Okay.
So to be clear, whenever I forget they look even less active, like they're motionless, and like earlier whenever you encountered the gardeners, like you were like actually trying to interact with them, but like they just weren't aware. So there's a good chance, as long as you don't like physically touch these guys,
then making my way like the most like whatever the most like through line to a wall of the building, I could probably make a stealth check and try to get the path of least resistance. That's what I mean. Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Okay. So if you're trying to do the path of least resistance, your best bet is to minimize how long you're on the pavilion, because the longer you're on the pavilion, the odds of you hitting one of them. If you just walk around the edge of the maze, kind of keeping yourself hidden from the windows of the building, you can make your way around to get to that other side, and then you can maybe approach the wall from there. Okay, so go ahead and give me a stealth. It's just going to be flat. You're looking, presumably you walked around to the ballroom area. because that's, or actually, no, sorry.
Gotcha. I got
If
14.
you just walk
Okay, cool. Then
around,
yeah,
it would be the
that's where
dining
I was
room that has
figuring. I want to
everyone
be to
now.
the dining room. But 14 plus 3, 17.
So that's the dining room. That's the fall section. That is high enough for you to safely approach. You're now at like
Mm-hmm.
the one of the frames of the mirrors, or one of the windows. There actually are like servants standing on either side of the window. So, but like I said, they're very much so dormant right now. And so as long as you don't reach out and like push one of them, you should be okay. You can kind
Yes,
of
I want to
peek
try to see if
from under
this vantage
into the
point,
dining room to kind of
honestly,
see
yeah,
what's
I'll go
going
up
on
to
there.
the base of the window, and then my crow will hop out onto my shoulder and on top of my head to give me a little extra height into the window and peek in for me. And I want to try to see if I can see Donnie or Brute.
Okay, give me a perception.
Okay.
And we're going to use your previous stealth roll.
Yes. 17 was that, just to be...
Yes.
All right, then plus 1 for the Raven. That's a 12.
Okay, so you see a lot of faces. They are like, it looks like they've actually already finished desserts. It kind of looks like they're sipping wine. There is a piano that is kind of like, so there was a piano in the ballroom, but a piano, an even grander piano, is kind of set up near the kitchen area. And it looks like they're kind of making final preparations for someone to perform.
Mm-hmm. Could I presume it would be me since I got top billing?
So that's a fair presumption. You actually see the person who is getting ready to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, not to, for whatever reason, they seem to know you're not going to make your appointment.
That's so great that you say that, Jeremy. How far would you say that piano is from where I currently am?
Well, the whole room is 120 feet in length. You're actually on the side because you were kitchen area first. So coming that way, you're actually extremely close to this piano. I'd say you're within 30 feet. If you wanted to be on the bench.
Could I, in fact, let me ask one last question about the piano. I need you to describe something about the piano. Is I don't know what this would be called, but the part where the strings is, that little lid that kind of can come up sometime, is it up or down?
What is more fancy?
Fancy would be up, but
then up it is.
Okay, that's totally fine. Jingle Janghoul is going to blink on top of the piano, closing it with his feet.
All right. The time is 7:55.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, no, he's got to do a grand entrance. He's going to, on his mark, like watching the time. So and once 7:59 hits,
you see this pianist like getting up. They finally finish setting up everything, and this pianist like adjusts his thing and starts to walk towards the piano as everyone is sipping wine and getting excited for this beautiful piano performance. All of a sudden, on top of with actually roll me a dex.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Oh, please don't fuck this up, Django. It's not a natural 20, but that is a 16.
I love it. With a flare of poof, Jingle Janghoul stands atop this grand piano with not even tipping over the open door of it. Perfectly, pristinely on it.
And balanced on his one foot, he will fan in his hands, in both hands, and this is not like a threatening manner because he was supposed to be.
And the crowd goes, "Ooh!"
And he fans in his hands 6 daggers, 3 in each hand. And he just kind of gives like a bow as he balances on that one foot.
Things aren't looking great for these interlopers. Tune in next time for everyone to be reunited. Lots of corpse pits in this show for some reason.